Hey YouTube, Keegan here with Tech Shows You, and in today's quick video I'll be showing you guys the Pipo M6 Android tablet. Now this is the Pipo M6 Pro, and this was sent out to me from DHGate, so a huge shout out to them for hooking us up with this to show you guys. Now what this is, it's basically just a really cheap tablet that you can use in place of something like an iPad or something if you don't want to spend the money but still get a decent tablet. Now one of the best features about this guy right here is that it has one of the best displays on this sort of price range of tablets. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and we'll see exactly how it works and what all the different features are and if there's any drawbacks. Step one, of course, is opening up the box, and so we'll go ahead and take off. This is actually a nice feeling box, it's quite nice. So as you guys can see, we have the actual tablet right here inside the box. So we'll go ahead and lift that out. And then in the box with the actual tablet, there is just this little warranty card type thing right here. This is for the warranty in case anything should happen to it. Now, none of the actual cables come in this box. They actually came in separate little packages with the shipment. So I will be showing you guys those as well as we dive in. So the packaging actually is kind of similar to what you'd expect from Apple. As you can see, we've got kind of the white cardboard box here. And it's definitely a high build quality, which is good. And the inside is this sort of foam here. So it definitely protects your device while it's being shipped or transported. So this one here is the actual tablet itself. As you guys can see, it is actually white. And then on the back side we have this sort of silver metal finish, and this does feel like it's actually metal, and these ends here are both plastic. Now there was this little sticker here that was the 3G CDMA sticker, and when I took it off it kind of left this weird like residue on here, which I've been having trouble getting off. And then on the back side here, we do have the camera, as well as a flash and the reset button. Now the camera is not anything to write home about, it's not really all that great, but again, I'll dive into all of that stuff in this video. Now of course, the camera is always important on a device like this, so let's go ahead and jump to the onboard cameras and take a look at just kind of how they perform, including the image quality as well as the audio quality and kind of how the whole video turns out from the device. Okay, so this is a test of the front-facing camera. As you can see, the image quality here is not very great, but it actually does not sound too bad if you go ahead and listen to the recording, as you can obviously hear me talking right now. Now, coming up, I'm going to show you guys a couple of images that I've taken with this front-facing camera first, and then we'll move on to the rear-facing camera. Another great feature is that I can actually tap the screen to save a freeze frame from the video, and I've saved a couple of those here. I'm going to save one right now, and we can go ahead and check those out. Here's another. And as you guys can see, it basically just saves a frame from the video while you're recording, which is pretty cool if you want to save a freeze frame. Alright, so here is a demo of the rear-facing camera. So this here is how I would normally record like a video if I was holding up the device. And as you guys can see, again, we don't have very good image quality. Now, as you may have also noticed, it has had some weird autofocus, sort of focus pulls a couple times as I've been moving it around, as you guys saw right there. As you guys can see, it keeps on re-autofocusing, which is actually quite annoying when trying to record a video. Alright, so as you guys can see right here, I have closed my blackout shades here on my window. So the room is very, very dark, and we're going to go ahead and see how the LED flash performs. Here is the same shot with the LED flash turned on. As you guys can see, my camera rig is right here. Or maybe you can't see, it's very hard to see. If I get in nice and close, it definitely lights it up so that we can see kind of what's going on. But it isn't really all that great. As you guys can see, here's my desk. Like I said, I'm in the process of remodeling the studio. But as soon as you get more than a couple feet away, it really has almost no impact. Now when I'm right here, as you guys can see, there is a very small light pattern. If I take my hand and I move it, it moves out of the light pretty quickly, which means that this LED definitely doesn't throw at the light very far in a wide angle. It's more for a spotlight directly in front of the camera. As you guys can see, it definitely lights up my hand right here quite well, and again, this is close and right in front of the flash itself. So overall, the image quality as well as the audio quality is usable off this device, but in all honesty, it's not that important to have a great camera on a tablet. It's much more important on, say, a mobile phone or another small device. Now here you guys can take a look at some nice lens flares, as well as checking out how bright the flash actually turns out on the back of the device. Now this is basically with just a dark room with the flash pointed right at the camera, and you guys can just get a look at how that flash actually lights up a room. And hint, it's not all that much. And then this right here is, of course, the front-facing camera. It's kind of off to the side, which is a bit different than what I'm used to, say, on the iPad, but it's not that bad. Now on the side there is an escape button as well as volume up and down rockers, pretty straightforward. And then over here we have the power button, and then we have a slot for an SD card, HDMI, micro USB, DC in, the microphone, the headphone jack, and a GSM SIM card for getting cellular data service. Now this does use the full-size SIMs, so not what we're used to with, say, the iPhone, or micro SIMs or mini SIMs. Now, like I said, there is the DC in, and this is slightly annoying as it comes with this actual DC power supply, so it cannot be charged via USB. You have to use this little cable here, which means we can't use it with any of our existing wall ports or other charger cables. Now, it does include some headphones, and these actually sound quite good, to my surprise. They're quite comfortable, and they're white, and they do have this little right angle connector on the end. Now, as you can see, they just plug right into the headphone jack, and you can also, of course, use them with any other device, and they really do sound quite good. I was testing them out with Spotify, and they do sound pretty good on all the devices that I tried them with. And just like any headphones, it just has the standard 3-pole for the right and left channel, plus the ground channel on there. Now, with both of these right angle connectors for both the headphones as well as the DC in, it can get a little bit cramped. It may have been better to not always have the right angles, say, on the power cord, but you can definitely still fit this little USB dongle that it comes with. And this is quite cool. It basically converts the micro USB port to a female USB port, so you can connect any sort of removable storage to your device. Here I'm just using a small 8GB flash drive here from my school, and we basically just stick it in, and then we can go ahead and pull it up on the built-in file browser. Basically, it works like any file browser that you may be used to in the past using, say, on your computer. Basically, you can go ahead and select which device you want to use, your SD card, your internal memory, or the USB port. So as you can see right here, I can pull up the flash drive. Now, there's not a whole lot of interesting stuff on here. It's mostly programs and such, which of course the Android tablet can't handle. But here's a little image that I made as my Twitter header a long time ago. We can go ahead and pull that up, and we can see it right on the screen in the image viewer. And now it's actually quite fast. It's not as fast as, say, accessing media from your computer, but that can be expected on a tablet like this. We can, of course, browse through all the different folders and files, and we can even use it to create new folders, which you do just like you would expect on any computer. You simply tap the icon to create a new folder, and then you can type in the name. Here we'll type in TSY for Tech Shows You, and just go ahead and make a folder like that on the flash drive. Now, of course, this does have to be formatted to the right format. Obviously, an Android tablet cannot read the Mac OS X formatting of a memory stick or any sort of drive. Now, there is one major downfall, and that is the battery life. As you guys can see right here, the battery is at 56%, and that was before I did the little video test, and right after that, after about 4 minutes of use, it's down to 42%. And actually, it was at 100% before I started this video, and I left it unplugged overnight in the box, getting ready to film the unboxing for you guys, and it had drained down to the percentage it was at when I started. Now right here we can see the average volume level coming off the Pipo M6 coming out of these dual stereo speakers that are on it. Now these speakers are not actually that horrible, they're decently loud, and they are stereo, which gives you that stereo channel separation. And as a comparison here, we'll go ahead and just throw in the iPad 4, and as you can see, we're running at about 10 points higher. I'm not entirely sure what this unit is measuring, but it's about 10 higher. As you guys can see right here, on the left is the Pipo M6, and on the right is the iPad 4, and they're about 10 points, so 82 to 92. And obviously, the iPad 4 does have a higher quality speaker, but there's not really much of a comparison. It's almost comparing apples to oranges here, comparing a very low-cost Android tablet to the expensive iPad 4 that runs iOS. So overall, I'm quite pleased with the speakers on this thing. Now, my major selling point on this tablet in particular is the beautiful fully retina quality display. Now, the tablet can handle putting out this many pixels, but it does lag a little bit. But honestly, it is not all that bad, and it's got a lot better in the past. But this is a beautiful display, and you won't find anything else like this in this price range on an Android tablet like this. Text comes out perfectly crisp, as well as video files and media files, and anything else that you may be viewing on your device. This tablet does boast a 9.7-inch display with a Retina resolution of 2048 by 1536. This tablet is powered by the Cortex A9 1.6 GHz quad-core processor, as well as the quad-core RK3188 GPU. Now, this little tablet does pack quite a few features. It has a 10-point touchscreen display, as well as a 2-megapixel front-facing camera and a 5-megapixel rear-facing camera. It has a 4-axis G sensor, a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi chip, as well as a Bluetooth chip. It has 2 GB of DDR3 memory, as well as a mini HDMI output. And other sensors include the gyro sensor, an e-compass, as well as a GPS sensor. It does support Flash 11 like many of the modern Android tablets. It also has a 3G WCDMA chip in it, so this can allow you to get 3G cellular internet. Although I have not tried it on any US carriers, I'm not sure how well this is actually going to work out, as it does use the larger SIM type, which is actually very hard to get, so you can't simply drop in an old SIM that you have from your phone or something like that. The tablet ships with Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2, and it comes in both 16 and 32 GB models in the colors golden, gray, black, and white. In this video, we did show you guys the 16 GB white model running the Nova tablet launcher. This tablet can be found on DHGate.com for about $260. Now those links are on screen now as well as in the description below, and they'll also be on our website if you're watching this on techshowsyou.com. If you're looking for a low-cost Android tablet with a great display, this may just be the tablet for you. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and again a huge shout out to the folks over at DHGate for hooking us up with this product to review for you guys. This has been Keegan from TechShowsU, and I will see you next time.